Okay, I'm gonna give this a second because I'm not sure exactly when I hit start, how quickly does it start? That's a great question. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. But, okay, I'm back here for a little bit. One particular detail was driving me insane, since last time. I remember that, like, there's a reason I have this Grey Warden armor mod, and the reason is to wear it. And I should probably do that. Aha. Lore accurate. Good looking. That's what we like to see. And I think it gives you a copy of like every single Grey Warden variant of the weapons, which is this better? This looks, well, I mean, or I could keep the family sword, you know. I have options here. I think I am going to do that for now. It just feels right. And then Alistair already has all the Grey Warden stuff, so he is set. And I think, did I get something? Aha! I guess I will wear this, and then Alistair can have the mud idol. You're welcome. Just for you, boy. And then first off, I need to level up. That's another thing I realized I missed. I'm not sure what my dexterity to strength ratio should be. I hear dexterity is like the good stat that I should be pumping, but I'm not sure exactly how much I should be doing. So I think for him I am just gonna get shield defense. I feel a sneeze coming on, and we're in dangerous territory at the moment. But okay, that's sorted. I think, is the sales fellow still here? Please tell me the sales fellow is still here. Up, up, up. Nay. It looks like the actors though, actually. Everybody is gone. Okay. Well, that makes sense. This is the day of the big battle and all that jazz, so we're completely alone here. We can even walk into the little mage part of camp. Curious. And now the cutscene.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The blight ends here.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
That seems always cool. I feel bad. I shouldn't laugh at the poor innocents as they get yeeted by the flying boulders, and as I get yeeted by the flying boulders. I hope you carry on, seeing as 3 of your comrades are already dead. Good luck out there. You're in a pretty good spot. Ooh, hello, it's a mage.
The tower, it's been taken.
What are you
No.
talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Who could
Then
have
we have to
foreseen
get to
this?
the beacon and light it ourselves.
Well, I think we can do that. We have a mage in the party.
What do we do now?
His name is just Circle Mage. Oh, sir. If you had a name, I'd remember it.
We need to get to the beacon. The king needs Loghain to charge.
Is it Happy Bark? Is he gonna say Happy Bark if I click on him? It is still a Happy Bark. God, he's such a trooper. Rain or shine. Alright, can I save this? Looks like no. I was gonna try. Alright, hold on. They are getting junked. I have faith that we have enough health to overcome this if we just smack things judiciously. Oh, and there's a lot of them over here. I didn't realize. Stop that. You're hurting my boy. Aha. Okay, and gotta get the loot. I know an army is waiting on our signal, but I have my priorities straight. You'll thank me quite soon, actually, for my calculating attitude. Did I ever realize there were boxes over here? I'm not sure I did, but it turns out there's boxes over there. Ooh, and death root. I'm gonna have to actually like make stuff with all these plants, or else all of this gathering is for naught. And I think, is this the way? Yes, yes it is. And again, an unsalvageable situation is what we've walked into. My heart goes out to those soldiers. I really tried. Excuse me, don't hit the mage. He may be nameless, but we love and appreciate all of our mages. Wait, oh. Oops, I was like, alright, fight over. But it's not actually. You there. Stop running. And you, don't go after my dog. Are you insane? What is the purpose of that? Don't you dare. Don't hurt the dog. Oh god, hold on. I need you to stay alive, sir. And I also need you to do the same. And then there's another archer, which is gonna stop being another archer real imminently. Okay. We good? Very good. Everybody's still in one piece. Alright. The Herlock has topaz. What a wealthy fella. Alright. Is there anything? Yes. The answer to that question is yes, there is in fact stuff. a whole silver even. I'm sorry I couldn't help you, soldiers. I would have if fate allowed it, but you were just meant to die there. And there's really not a whole lot I can do to help you with that. Oh, sorry, man. Lying there in a puddle of your own blood. More people lying in puddles of their own blood. Such inspirational scenery we have here at the Tower of Ishal that bodes very well for our endeavor. Wait. Oh, there's Death Root.
Shall do it.
That's a good sign. A fortuitous omen. Alright, let me in. Throw me in, Chief. And I think there are also traps here. More of the fiends ahead. I don't know if there's a good way to trigger this. This is animal cruelty. Aha! Okay, maybe that's the secret. Or no, not the secret. Something happened, but we're good. We're fine. Nobody worry. I think we're good. I don't think anything's gonna blow up unless I am like super incorrect. I think, do I have this off? I do have it up. Alright, okay, we got one. I am in pain. A lot of pain, actually. More. It's the emissary, that's the problematic thing. Oh, don't hurt. Don't you dare. That's my dog, darn you. Okay, he's alive for the moment. Alright, we got it.
I shall do it.
Nobody panicked. There was never any danger to any individuals or important animals. Ah, that's okay. I don't need whatever's inside of that anyways. Alright, give me all of your substances. I demand them. It's really important that I am able to get every piece of junk off your corpse. Alright, and off we go. Onwards and upwards. And there's gonna be more in here. Yeah. A bunch more, actually. Oh, told me I had AoE. Imagine that. If only I could stand. I'm like 2 feet. That would be awesome too. Wait. Oh my goodness. Don't you dare. Let's see. I think I should have this on. And then he actually does have AoE. I'm just tripping. I don't really want... Do I have friendly fire? I don't know. Friendly fire. Oh god. Can't have the tank dying. Least of all I. That was close. I'm fine though. Don't worry about me. I think we also work very well together. Full of knowledge, this Alistair fella is. Alright, more sparkles.
It shall be done.
I'm going to need the health potions probably. That's That's a highly handy item. You can never have too many of those. Lesser warmth bomb. Aha. Increases fire resistance. Who would have thunk? Oh. There's a box that I can get into, and it even has a gift in it. Crazy. I see a book. If there's a book, I gotta scroll over it to make sure it is not a readable book. Ooh, look at that. That is definitely above my pay grade. We are not going in there. Alright, monsters? Aha! I should probably be flipping this off instead of just having it on all the time. For the longest time, I just neglected that this mage guy even had flame weapon, whatever it's called, flaming weapons. I just ignored it, and then one time I was doing this and I was like, hey, that sounds handy. Why is that not on all the time? And now it is on all the time, and my silly error has been rectified.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
We did hear about lower chambers earlier. You could try telling them they're in the wrong place.
Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Taron Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
He is definitely waiting for the signal. You are correct.
We need to get to the beacon. The king needs Loghain to charge.
Happy bark? Happy bark. Yeah. Good to be consistent. And I'm pretty sure they come out of both directions. Here we go. Yep, and there's a whole slew of them. I know, should I do shield? Might be a good idea. Alright, easy peasy. I do so love seeing all those damage numbers. Ah, look at us go, team. Alright, was there only one sparkler? Oh, but there is a box. Even multiple boxes. Give me those. Give me that. I'm going through some of those health poultices, so you know I'm definitely not going to say no to more of those. I don't think there's any fire damage from here, so I think that's currently irrelevant. Aha. There's a ton of them. If I move, will they come to me? Barkspawn! It's dangerous! Alright, y'all. My dog's charging in. I can't let him go alone. And now you are all fodder for my wallet. The noble cause. I'll put your remains to good use. Rest assured. And I'm pretty sure I came from that way. Don't look at me. I would never get lost in a hallway. That is definitely not a thing that happens to me with some regularity. There are so many, indeed. I agree. Whoever said that. But there's about to be a lot fewer. Oh, look! My dog leveled up. Everyone, time for a celebration. And you know, flaming weapons, I feel like my dog is just enchanted to be on fire. It's like he is his own weapon. And the image kind of amuses me. Look at him go. Hey, money? Oh, I'm certainly not gonna say no to that.
As you say.
I do desire wealth. Why do you ask? Okay, wait, hold on. Barkspawn. I pay attention to level ups. That's a good thing to pay attention to.
Loghain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
No doubts about Loghain. Makes sense. Makes everything a little bit worse. Oh, and I see you are just hiding out of sight right around this corner here, aren't you? That's clever. It would be more clever if I didn't have working eyeballs. And there's the dirty fighting. It's always the dirty fighting. It's so handy as a rogue and so annoying to be on the receiving end of. Oh man, there's more of them. Stop attacking. There you go.
Very well.
I am actually gonna have to find a merchant after all this. I am carrying so much stuff. Oh, a weapon stand. What do you got? Yeah, give me that.
There, more of the fiends ahead. I shall do it.
That lever over there.
Oh, wait, we can release the hounds. Aha! I remember to do that. This time. I don't usually. Hold on, stop. Stop that. And I definitely didn't need to use my skill on that, but oh well. It's done. God, don't hurt the dog. Stop. Alright, Genlar Alpha. Leave those doggos alone. Look at them! I guess they're just standing in some kind of satanic dog triangle around the remains. You know, good for them. I'm not gonna judge.
It shall be done.
That's what I would hope, madame. I do hope it shall be done.
Very well.
Ah, yeah, we like the full health poultice as opposed to the lesser one. Oh no, poor baby. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to you. Was it the Darkspawn? Spooky noises? Aha, the source of the spooky noises discovered. Oh, wait. Coming around our back. Stop attacking my boy. Okay, there we go. Is there anyone else in here? Honestly, I think all three of them can handle that just fine on their own.
It shall be done.
I will just wander around, crouching with my weapon out, while I investigate the contents of this room. Don't mind me. Oh, books. far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any Codex entries here. There might be. And I might just be horribly wrong and missing something.
I shall do it.
I don't think there's any important books in this spot. Could be wrong. I could always be wrong very easily. Oh, there sure are boxes of lesser injury kits, which I have not needed to crack into so far. If this was nightmare difficulty, that might be a different story, but it sure ain't. Alright, another box. Heck yeah, more stuff. Yep, all good things, all thanks to the inhabitants for leaving behind their valuables.
I shall do it.
Alright, you need to stop moving. You also need to stop moving. That Alistair here, that for me. Thanks, Alistair. I appreciate ya. Anything else? Nope. Alright, good. And it's a fancy looking chest. That makes it just slightly worse, but it's okay. We got a crossbow. I'm not sure if we've run into one of those yet, and I just haven't noticed. I kind of like that you can see the shield. You can see the shield around him. It looks kind of cool. I don't think he's going to need it in here, actually, assuming he doesn't get aggroed by the big monster thingy-mabopper. Alright, Ogre Man, do me a favor and attack me or Alistair. This is gonna hurt, and you know, standing next to it kind of makes me afraid. But I'm gonna switch over to the mage here. Get a little distance. Yeah, that's kind of bad. It might pass the physical resistance check though. Can I drink potions while I... Yeah, that's a little awkward. Alistair, I need you to... Buck up! Bucko! I'm not sure if there's a way around that besides like keep your health up in advance. I think we've got it under control though. Just ignore me on the floor, you know? Hey! And look at the boy! Doing the kill animation. Woohoo! He's so cool!
The beacon is over here.
Good job!
We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Yeah, we will. Just like, give me a second here. Journeyman lightning rune. I don't think I have anything that can use runes yet, nor, well, I'm not really sure how that works. There's the beacon.
The beacon is over here. We've
Okay,
surely
same
missed
thing.
the signal. What do we do now? Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Happy Park. Okay. Oh, wait. There's a box over there. Alistair, I know we've missed the signal, but consider this. There are barrels. Tribal necklace? I'm not sure what all of these gifts go to, or I should say who they go to specifically, because I think there's like a best recipient for some of these. And I can't guess. I don't know. Is it Morrigan? Wait a second. Well, I'm gonna save my injury kit, actually. Maybe I'll be miraculously healed.
As you say.
By Flemish. Perhaps. We'll find out.
Sound the retreat.
What about
The
the king?
retreat.
Should we not?
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
I always feel horrible watching that one, especially when King Kaelin just like snaps. Like a rag doll. I feel terrible. Terrible
your
for the
eyes
boy.
Finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
And it's my wife. To the rescue, of course. I always knew she would save my life the instant I laid eyes on her. What happened to the Darkspawn, love?
You were injured, and then Mother rescued you. Do you not remember?
I'm afraid I sure don't. What happened?
The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
Look, she's trying to be tactful about it. I appreciate her very much. Neither am I. This is horrible. It's okay. We're gonna take it a little bit better. What happened? What happened to the Grey Wardens and the king?
All dead. Your friend has veered between denial and grief since Mother told him.
Understandable.
He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
I really don't want to miss out on the thank you for helping me, Morrigan. Are my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
Your mother is very impressive. What about Alistair?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
It would be a little unkind, I guess. Why does your mom want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Oh, she should tell you plans more often. I do have some questions, but I am paranoid. I'm gonna skip the questions. I'm gonna hit thank you for helping me, Morgan, because I can't resist it. I cannot resist being nice to her.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
She's so awkward when she gets gratitude. Oh, and then I can still ask my questions. Oh, best of both worlds.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Okay, okay, please talk to me gracefully with your voice.
We are safe for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
You know, she is unfailingly practical. I appreciate that in a lady. I could flex. I happen to be nobility, you know.
I stand corrected.
Indeed, you are corrected. I just had to let you know that, sweetie. How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Honestly, I'd believe she's capable of that.
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes, please.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and Darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
Ah, yes, they do definitely drag people underground. This is a thing they do.
So those survivors could be rescued. I mean...
If you are willing to run into the midst of the Horde, perhaps.
And unlikely. Why did Turnlogane abandon the king? That's the question of the day, isn't it?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
She would have no idea, probably.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
Hey, Morrigan. Can I talk to you again?
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
You are so smart. You are so right.
I will stay and make something to eat.
Oh, and she makes something to eat, too. Incredible! Again, with the lot chests, they got skulls in here. They got a bunch of books. I kind of dig the witchy book aesthetic.
Kind of a fan of that. They got furs. They got stuff, wall hangings. I'd chill. I'd hang out at Flemeth's house, given the opportunity.
They have a fireplace. Oh, hello, Alistair. I'm sure you are just positively miserable.
Here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Aw, the husky note in his voice when he says you.
Yes, that gets me a little bit. Alistair is, in fact, a good boy. I'm fine. I appreciate your concern. I don't know. Maybe I should thank Morrigan's mom. I'm not. Thanks to her.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
So we
Do
would.
not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
It has, actually, quite a bit. I like how Alistair flips from being like, oh my god, they're witches, to being like, I don't even know what to call you. You didn't tell us your name. He tries to be more polite. He appreciates her. Why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these Darkspawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Not that I'm aware of. Of course not. The land is hardly united thanks to Loghain.
I mean, I could be like, gosh darn it, Logain, but nah, we're gonna be confident.
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Logain do this?
The sting of
Now
betrayal.
that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
Ah, yes, the archdemon. What is it exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by Darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
Checks out. We sure are getting a whole lot of the Chantry says this, the Chantry says that in this game. Which I guess, you know, sets up the base, but, interesting. Will you help us fight this blight? She saved our lives, you know? I feel like she's already contributed to the cause.
Me? I am just an old woman who lives in the wilds. I know nothing of blights and darkspawn.
So she says.
Well, whatever Logain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Logain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Arl Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Arl Eamon, the Arl of Redcliffe. You think the Arl would believe us over the turn? Well,
He would think that. Let's just be like, who?
I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
we could. That does sound like an excellent idea.
Such determination. How intriguing.
I still don't know if Arl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
Surely there are other allies we could call on.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Alistair sure does recover fast when he's not alone. Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Yes. Thank you for everything, Flemeth. We must express gratitude at every opportunity.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer.
And she still has
The
more.
stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve? Or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Thank you, but if Morgan doesn't wish to join us, we must respect her agency.
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the horde.
Have I no say in this?
Yes, good
You have
question.
been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance. Whatever the form.
I mean, yes.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I
understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
We will take extremely good character because she is a gift, a treasure.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
I would rather I got to hear your voice as much as possible, or alternatively as much as you would like to let me hear it. Can I say actually I have some questions?
I may have answers.
Yes,
Ask.
yes I can. Are you really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
I mean, I guess it is difficult to imagine her, isn't it? She's just gonna stay here alone.
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
What a curious set of circumstances. I wonder if that is going to be relevant in the future. Have you never been outside the wild?
From time to time, I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings
She's
they
a
are.
people watcher.
On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
I feel a little bad for her. She's obviously being thrown out. Is that what you want? Yeah, this is the question.
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind.
She's perfect.
So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
It's okay, baby girl. I'll try to make it a fun time. Tell me about the village, though.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Good. I will ensure that they continue to find nothing when it's related to you. Is there any reason to go to Lothering, then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
Sounds like reasonable reasons to make the recommendation. How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
Oh. I don't sense any Darkspawn.
You won't right away. No.
Uh-huh.
It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn are camped further in the forest?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
What skills do you have exactly? Now this is a critical question.
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Her response to that question. Never mind him. You don't have to cook. You don't have to do a darn thing that you don't feel like doing.
You missed your chance. Now it's charred rabbit from here on out.
Even if it's charred rabbit. That's okay.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Ah, yes, this is a very functional family dynamic. That's definitely what they have. Although I guess they do clearly care for each other. Ooh, I got Morgan approval. Heck yes.
Have you not left yet? I hope you are not hanging about for some stew.
No, I'm hanging about to pester you.
Questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more interested in action.
I like both. Tell me about your magic.
What good would it do you? You are no mage. It is sufficient that I have passed on my knowledge to Morrigan, and I pass her on to you.
like a worn dress or an old pair of shoes.
Are you still here? You cannot give them away, apparently.
Aw, poor Morgan. How long have you lived in the wild?
Since before I was wrinkled and old. Ah, you may think it strange, but I was once young and beautiful, just as Morrigan is now. Yes, men desired Flemeth then, and some even killed for her.
Quite the set of accolades. You don't seem happy about that.
I am not, nor was I then. It dictated all that followed. But enough. You have your task to complete.
We do. What are you gonna do when we're gone?
Have a moment's peace for once.
I hear the peace of the grave is eternal.
This is the thanks I get for feeding you and putting up with you for this long. Bah! May your child one day treat you the same.
Feed me, she says. Without me, I swear, she shall be caked in dirt and eating tree bark inside of a month.
You know, it sounds like she's survived alone a lot before this. Do you have any advice, madame?
About the Darkspawn?
About anything, really.
Then hear this. I laugh at a world full of stupid humans who ignore the Blight's evil and abandon their vigilance to chase mortal goals.
Ooh.
Remember, it is up to you to destroy the Blight. Pray not for someone else to destroy it. It will always nip at your heels.
Take control of your destiny, she says.
Then we are done. Now, if you will excuse me, I have some dinner to eat.
I enjoy your dinner. Hey, Morgan.
The time has come to leave the wilds. Do you not agree?
I guess.
What do you need?
Alistair, do you want to talk?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss. We gotta empathize.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Nah, I think it was a reasonable reaction, and you bounced back really quickly. No harm done.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
He had you?
I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him.
Nah, I think he sent us away pretty specifically. I understand completely.
Of course. I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier.
You're
I
one.
think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
Ah, yes. My entire family was murdered just recently. How's that? For evidence, I can definitely relate to you.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan, and you... I am so sorry. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Don't worry about it, fam. Talk as much as you like. Maybe I'll go to Highever with you when you go, because it's my home and I'm gonna make a triumphant return at some point.
I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Alistair approves. +6. Heck yes. Need to compensate for all the mage sympathetic things I'm gonna do. That's good. That's gonna make him annoyed at me. Is there anything around here? Any secrets? Anything I can pick or pluck? I think not. I think we are venturing forth. Off we go to Lothering. Or Lothering. I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most... fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
I believe this is an indication that
There are demands
the
from
Zevran
the Banon that you
ASAP
step down
mod
from the Regency.
is working. Oh,
They
hey,
are
look
said
who
to
it
be
is!
gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity.
Truly a pity.
I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you.
We sure will.
I have arranged for a solution. With your leave.
This sure is a solution.
The Crows send their regards.
Hello.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
He's gonna do his best. Don't you worry. And if all goes well after loathing, I should get Zevran, and then we will be set.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess the pretty one is the leader.
I'm the pretty one.
They don't look much like them others.
How kind of him.
Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Greetings.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
Ah, well, that's
They're
uncouth.
fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Sound logic.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
You're toll collectors, then?
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Gonna be a lot messier when it's strewn with your remains. You're fixing the highway? I think not.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
Do shut up. Even a genlock would have understood that.
I'm not paying, man. I'm sorry.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
What lovely etiquette you folks have. I don't know. Do I let them attack me? If I intimidate them, do they stand down? I feel like I let them do this and then I can chase them off.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
Enemies approach!
Aye. Go ahead. Give it a try. And Alistair can level up. I just sure didn't actually, get up. Level him up. Ray life, that seems pretty handy. If I hit the leader, did they stand down faster? Oops, I'm hurting. I don't want to die again. That's awkward. I'm the tank.
All right, we surrender. we're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
Get by? You're a criminal! You picked the wrong target, that's all.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
I want some questions answered because I'm a fan of questions.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What exactly have you been doing? You can tell me that.
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
Too much, he says. I wonder what your definition of too much even is. What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tearn Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Have you heard about any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
That's a wise decision. News.
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Tearn Loghain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
Wow, that's definitely what happened. I'm
Well,
finished
then
with
let me go.
questions. What if I turn you in?
There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
Well, I don't think you deserve to be executed. And never everything you've stolen, can you? What if we do that? Or maybe just tell them to shove off. I forget what the ideal outcome is here.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Alright, well, then you can leave now. I got what I came here for.
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Oh, and I'm still stunned. Alright, that's a lot of gold, though. Ed Templar, what do you have on you, sir? Ooh, Knight's Note. Knight's Locket? It bears within it a tiny painting of a pretty brown-haired young woman. It is impossible to tell who the woman might be, but whoever owned the locket was quite fond of her. Aww. Oh no.
As you say.
I'm gonna have to do a Codex session here shortly. That's important.
As you say.
What if these belong to people? I feel like there's an NPC that talks about having stuff stolen.
There it is.
I don't know, I'll figure it out.
Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
I don't want to scold either of them. What did you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been
And so it
contemplating it for long
begins.
enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Oh, what about Fergus? I don't want to forget about Fergus.
He was out scouting in the wilds, wasn't he? That's what the king said.
Then attempting to look for him there would be foolish. He is either dead or he managed to flee to the north.
Very sensitive.
I am simply saying that it is foolish to mount a rescue when you have no notion where this man is and the wilds are overrun with Darkspawn. You will either find him somewhere outside the wilds with other survivors, or not at all.
I think he is very right and very reasonable. We need to hear some news. Yes, that's a good idea.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Not yet.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Unfortunately, that is definitely not what I am doing. Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Why are you leaving it up to me? This is a good question. He is technically our senior.
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
A reasonable stance. What do you think we should do, Morgan? Give me your surely most excellent opinion.
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Well, You know, it's a nice thought, Morrigan, but I do think it's a little bit unrealistic. We need to find these people.
I can give you directions if you like.
Arleman.
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Dalish elves.
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully, they will still be there.
Dwarves. Alistair makes a great GPS.
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
So you say. Circular Magi.
That will be at their tower on Lake Carlinhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
And Loghain.
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
A reasonable suspicion.
Then you have a plan.
I am so ready to get going. It sounds like a good idea to me. I certainly don't think that, it's a bad idea.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
I am so ready. Look at my dog. He is sparkling with starlight. That's what it looks like. Oh, hello. I can actually talk to you. Do you see anything interesting? He doesn't seem to have found anything. That's okay. I still love you. I'm pretty sure I can talk to Morrigan here too. Morrigan.
What do you wish of me?
I want to talk to you.
If you must.
Yeah, I really, really need to. How did you become a shape changer? That's pretty cool.
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds.
Not that I ever use
The
it.
chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
But it's just a legend, right? Right?
So I assume. My mother has walked the wilds far longer than I. Who am I to suggest what things she has done and not done in her past? Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
And can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Then disappointed I will remain. I'll just have to admire your talents. Do you spend a lot of time as an animal? I feel like if I could shapeshift, I would spend a lot of time as an animal.
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
That sounds so cool. What do other animals think of you?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
Wow. That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved. I think this is the approval answer.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
That's all.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Nope, you're a queen. I think your abilities sound quite useful.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk, let us proceed lest the dust gather on us.
Thanks for the talk, Morgan. Hey, look at that +6 approval. I'm about to start losing it because I'm gonna be nice to people. Can we
What do
talk
you wish of me?
about something
If you must.
different? You have so many branches. Have you ever been hunted by the chantry? Ah, yes, that seems like a charged topic.
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were.
That's kind of spicy.
Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Wow. Fun. You found it fun. I feel sorry for the Templars. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which is the best one. Feeling sorry feels like she may not appreciate that. I'd be like, she might be like, don't feel sorry for them, and I'd be like, ah, yes, of course, I know this.
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Wow. Flemeth used you as bait.
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset.
Fair.
Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
And perhaps that was for the best. I could be like, they got what they deserved. What exactly is an apostate? I'm sure Cousland is quite ignorant to magical matters.
You do not know? The zealots use that word for any magic they do not control. The chantry sees any mages not leashed to the circle of magi as apostates. And apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations.
She sounds
It may even
sarcastic.
be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
I stand that. I agree completely. Absolutely. 100%. Root toot. Mage freedom all the way.
Oh, I hope you are not simply being agreeable. It would be a refreshing change. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
But I like this talk. Wait, don't leave me.
What do you wish of me?
I want to ask something
If you
again.
must.
Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Human? Question mark?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I've heard a little of it.
No doubt such a tale has mutated much over time and telling. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
I've heard this part.
The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Oh no, what a tragedy! Flemeth must have been angry.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement.
Oh.
All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
Aw, she was trying to set him up for success. So, did she like him?
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him.
Aha!
Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Aw. Which, she never invaded or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Wow, that's a crazy story. How is it that she survived for this long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
That is valuable information. The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters, though.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
I won't let her. Never, not in a million years. Do you... Aren't abominations usually insane horrors? Just seems, ignorant to me. Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
It's an interesting story. Thanks.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
We're talking about our moms. She died. That's her defining characteristic is that she's dead.
Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
No, it does matter. It matters a lot. I'm just approval farming, don't mind me.
What do you wish of me?
If
you must.
Did you grow up in the Korkari Wild?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do
I? You could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
A civilized wilderness. And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps.
Ah, she takes the compliment.
Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
Quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
You know, maybe she's cooking. I think maybe she's on to something. Like a handshake.
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes, how to eat at a table, how to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
I would diagnose you as some kind of neurodivergent love. Well, I'm glad it worked out this way, at least.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat in the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Look at all this approval. Child's play. Alistair, do you have anything new
What do you need?
to say?
Ask away.
Yes. Now we farm your approval.
Essentially, they're trained to fight. The Chantry would tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
Can others learn these talents? Certainly not me. Goodness, imagine me as a Templar. I couldn't. Multiple of my husbands would shank me.
Perhaps, but there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put two and two together.
That seems like a deplorable system.
Well, they do it, and they feel perfectly justified.
I'm sure they
You
do.
don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templars' talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away, either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Lucky you indeed. Okay, +1 approval. It was a short
What do you need?
conversation. I'll take that.
Ask away. I suppose I could.
Can you teach me?
But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Well, I'll respect you, but I feel like you're revealing a little bit already.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What do you
Another
need?
topic. Onward. I know
Ask
you
away.
keep shooting me away and I keep coming back, but you have more things to say. I can just smell it. Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
The nearest Grey Wardens, where are they?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Checks out. What happens now that there's just 2 of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Logain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
It's gotta be us. Got it. I'm up for the task. Is there a headquarters somewhere, though?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Logain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfelds, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
What a depressing thought, but at least we have each other. Are we gonna have to rebuild the order?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
And what would happen if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
Yep, yeah.
About the
It
Grey
was
Wardens,
just
anyhow.
a hypothetical.
What do you need? Ask away.
Questions. You said this Arleman raised you.
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfelds. A whole pack of them, in fact.
I thought you were raised by the Chantry.
Oh, there you go, listening to me again. You'd think you'd have gotten past that already. I ended up in the Chantry, sure, but I didn't start there. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arleman wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Why did he send you off to the Chantry then?
Arleman eventually married a young woman from Orlais. which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Alessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Alessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Aw. What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Aw. You were young. That's alright.
And raised my dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Long story. And hey, +3 approval. It's not like Morgan where it was like +6, +7, but you know. It's a little something.
What do you need?
I'm gonna need it from him too.
Ask away.
Ooh, why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry? This is a good question.
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
You know what? I think that is the most valid reason on the face of this earth. You could not have concocted a more convincing reason to my ear. I don't think I've ever seen you wearing it. I would like that to change.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
The Templar out of sentiment. I'm not sure which is the better answer here. I don't want to make light of his tendency to deflect with jokes. And what's the real reason?
You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know though.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair.
It's me.
All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
I think I understand.
Using the abilities I have came after years of education and discipline that was difficult to achieve, if rewarding. The sword training and religious doctrine all came later. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Man, you really can mention the whole my family is dead, Arl Howe has taken over my home thing a whole lot, can't you? My home was taken over.
Right. Stupid of me to ask. I'm sorry. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
Nah, we can fix it. They can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Ah, gosh, I just want the +6s and the +7s. Why can't you be easy? Why can't you be easy like Morgan? Hey, chicken. Cute, cute. Alright, elf root. Ah. It's so strange to be walking around and moving after talking for so long.
Mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
I gotta say, I am hard in favor of the apostate. Sorry, Alistair. I'm dreadfully biased. Ooh, okay. I guess I'll get 4. Do I want him to have any of these other skills? Like crafting and whatnot? He's not gonna be in my party forever, so. This is a passive. That's an easy choice. Hey! I leveled up too. Hello. Hold on. Okay. I was like, when do I upgrade by persuasion? And the answer is now. Now I do. I desire this deeply. And I can still upgrade my talents. Okay. Good to know. Alright, the next thing I get is definitely gonna have to be the skill upgrade thingamabobber. Hopefully I didn't just screw myself. Hopefully I have enough time to get to the next skill upgrade thingamabobber before I run out of level 1 and 2 skills to learn. We'll find out. No one worry. You are so far over here, sir.
A few knights have come through here searching for some holy artifact. None of them stopped to help.
Well, that sure does sound like holy knights.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
Maybe someday, kid.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
Oh, well, it's probably your coin that I have rattling around in my pocket now.
I want to go home.
Me too.
I hear you drove off those bandits. I hope they don't come back.
I did, you're welcome.
I heard those bandits are back again. Why don't the Templars kill them?
I don't think you've heard the news.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
It's okay. I fight for a good cause.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
Lothering. I'm pretty sure. Did Morgan pronounce it Lothering earlier? I've always pronounced it Lothering. I want to say Dragon Age 2 does Lothering.
I hear you drove off those bandits.
Sure did.
I hope they don't come back.
They shouldn't.
Mother says we have to run before the bad men get here.
Ah, the bad men. Well, that's an easy way to put it.
I don't like this place. Why did we come here?
The alternatives are much worse.
I hear you drove off those bandits.
Yep.
I hope they don't come
News
back.
travels fast.
Dad, when are
I
we
almost
going
feel
home?
sorry for the Kunari
Oh?
locked in that cage. It won't be able to defend itself from the Darkspawn.
Ah, yes, the Kunari locked in the cage. That is valuable information, madame. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Hello, friends.
There'll just be more bandits as soon as you leave.
Maybe you should leave too.
As if we needed more fighting here.
Alright.
Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
Well, look, you did your best, but I don't know if that's a reasonable objective.
I'm scared. When are we going home? Terrible for Queen Honora that her young king is dead, and she not even with child.
Ah, yes, her being with child would make that better.
I'm scared.
I guess.
When are we going home?
Probably never, young child, but I am certainly not going to break that news to you. Hello.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
What makes you think that?
You don't look chastened, so you're not from the wilds. And you're not a farmer. I'd guess you saw some fighting.
I was with the king's army.
I thought them that survived already marched north with the Tairn. You must be a survivor, or a deserter. Lucky you, I guess.
I have questions, though.
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
Fair enough. What's going on here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Who's in charge of the village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
You don't have a ruling lord. Heavens forbid.
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns.
Were those bandits always outside the village? Were they just a fixture of your little establishment here?
Were? You mean they're gone?
Yep. Thanks to yours truly.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian'll be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
Well, I guess that reward belongs to me now.
Don't let me stop you.
Oh, I certainly won't. Don't worry. Ooh, here's a Templar, and his voice is gonna be somewhat familiar.
If you'll move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
We're gonna be hearing that voice a lot in about a game from now. You know about the bandits just outside the village.
Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Can I ask a few questions?
I'm just out here to keep an eye out for Darkspawn.
Aw.
Please ask someone in town. No offense.
I guess not everyone's gonna be like, yeah, I'll tell you my life story. That's fair. Is anyone in charge here?
Ban has marched north with Tairn Loghain, so Lothering's on its own. Most folks look to Elder Miriam. Otherwise, you could speak to Sir Bryant in the Chantry, I suppose. It's up to you.
Alright, thanks. Can I pester you?
I'm just here to keep watch.
Oh, okay. Well, enjoy keeping watch.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
You thought wrongly.
I hear you drove off those bandits.
Yep.
As if we needed more
Sorry.
fighting here.
I hear you
Don't
drove
you see
off.
how
Yep.
scared everyone is?
Has truly
I hope
come,
they don't
and
come
the
back.
king is dead.
Oh, a new one?
We're all going to die.
Well, if you walk fast and far enough, you might not. Hey, family.
Greetings to you, milady. If it isn't too much to ask, might you be able to spare some bread?
What happened, fam?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Tairn would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb.
A pet
Nobody
lamb?
cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
Oh, goodness forbid they steal a lamb. The bandits aren't dead. I met the bandits and drove them off is what actually happened.
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
I might loop back around and see if that loot is still there after they go back to get their stuff. You know, I give them a chance to grab what's theirs, and then I'll go loot the whole thing. Hello. Oh wait, there's rubble. Hold on, boy. Greenstone. Yes, that was critically important. Now you may speak.
Have you seen my mother?
Did you get separated?
Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Do you know where your pa is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Well, that sounds unfortunate. Come with me?
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
You should probably go to the Chantry.
I will, But only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice lady. Kind of like Mother. I should go look for her.
No, you shouldn't. I'll go look for her. And you stay here, preferably. Oh, box. Private documents again. I assume I just sell those, but I'm not actually sure.
Please, we came here to get away
I
from
brought
the
my
fighting.
family to Lothering because I thought
The
it would be
Chanters
safe.
are still operating their board. Now that's dedication.
Wait, hold on. I hear shouting.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts.
Oh, that's
There's nowhere
encouraging.
to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can't you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Wow, that's a flattering way to introduce someone. There's no nice answers here. Ignore him, people. I know I intend to.
Darkspawn will feast on our flesh! Everyone will die! Your king is dead!
Wow,
There is
that's
no
definitely going to make things better.
Your king is
We can't
dead!
escape the
There
blight!
is no hope!
Wow.
like this place.
I don't blame you for not liking this place.
Will
Hello.
you listen to him? He's been at it for hours now.
I
Very
can
well.
just imagine.
Evil shall descend upon us!
You know, I was gonna say something, but I should not say it with the shouting in the background. I have never managed to, like, walk in and out that door without it crashing on me. I think for as long as I've done this game, I always have to set the graphics, like, super low, and then I can walk through that door. So, whenever I get around to it, it may not be this particular session. That might be a little precarious.
As if we needed more fighting here.
Yep,
Don't you
I've
see how scared
heard it.
everyone
I've
is?
heard it before. I'm sorry,
Back
man.
off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Doesn't it just?
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
You don't think you're being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I think you can compromise, actually.
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
Works for me.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
And
And here it begins. This is why Morrigan approval is so important, because I am a goody two-shoes, and I enjoy her snarky comments. But this means I am going to be losing approval with her, and I am just going to have to live with that. Hello.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I am actually.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
I don't think I'm wealthy enough to do that, sir. Enchanted dagger. I definitely want to keep these, I think. I don't think I need these normal ones. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I really need to keep those. Darkspawn longbow. Is that better or worse? Well, it's -1 dex, which I don't think I really want. This is a better longbow. Interesting. Well, actually, I can just get rid of that one. Because I am gonna get Liliana soon. And I would like her to be an archer. Bang, bang. I'm gonna keep some of these, cause new party members might need stuff, gear. I'm definitely not selling any of the gifts. I feel like those are not necessary for any reason, and I desperately hope I'm not wrong. Alright, and then there's all these recipes that are so expensive. I can't even begin to afford them. Wine! It's a gift, though. I feel like maybe I know who it's for. Which means I can leave it alone. I'm sorry, little dwarf man. I have a whole 5 gold, though. That's pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. Hello, pretty sure I've already talked to all of you. Alright, let's go over it. Let's check out the exclamation point. Bandits, bandits, everywhere. Know that all those who prey upon refugees do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wood and roads. Beware, the bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep wood. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Brian's caution lest you wind up another victim to these evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in our hour of need. Well, that sounds promising. Don't mind if I do. Gimme, gimme. Chanter de
And Eileen spoke unto the masses.
Ah, yes, one of these.
My hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Greetings. You don't talk much, do you?
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons.
What's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
Wow.
The learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
Well, at least that one's kind of relevant. It's like a vow of silence, then.
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
Well, I look forward to seeing what your golden city that this nets you. Have anything of interest on the board? I'm not looking to make your life harder, sir.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Yep. Blessed they are.
Where are you from?
Someplace very far from here that is having a lot of personal social issues. Maybe
So tell
you'll
me
hear
something,
about
Morrigan.
it. Oh,
Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
And I think we will just not ask then. That seems like an astute course of action. Look at all these exclamation points. I'm pretty sure Liliana is over there. But that also would mean I'm gonna have to get rid of Barkspawn. My boy. But it is Liliana, so you know, she's pretty worth.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance.
Why is it full?
Same reason the Chantry's full, packed with people who fled their homes. The tavern keeper's letting folks sleep on the floors, but he can only fit so many. And those soldiers are getting restless.
Tell me about these soldiers.
They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're deserters from the King's army.
Wow. I mean, you don't seem very happy, but I'm not sure why you would be.
Is there any reason to be happy?
Yeah.
With the king dead, them Darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organise. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it?
Yeah. It was.
It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
Aww. That's cute. I'm not sure I've ever gotten that conversation before.
If we needed more fighting here.
Drove off those
Don't you see
Not
how
everyone's
scared
happy
everyone
about
is?
it, though.
We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits.
A minor.
Then he
Got a
didn't.
brother that fell at Ostagar. Hope we're not next.
Nah. If you start walking imminently, you should be fine.
Got a brother that fell at Ostagar.
Wow. Two
Hope we're
people
not next.
with brothers that fell at Ostagar. What a coincidence.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
Is this a broken instrument? Wow, what a funky looking contraption. Ooh, arrows. Heck yeah. Ooh, gossip.
How is it the Terran Loghain survived when even the Grey Wardens didn't make it out of that place down south?
I heard he saw just in time what those Grey Wardens were doing and saved his men. He's a hero, that's what he is.
Too bad he couldn't save poor King Cousland. Blast those Grey Wardens, they deserve what they got and more.
I'll say. First they drag the king down there and then they throw him to the wolves. It's no wonder it all went bad.
Aw, but that's not what actually happened, guys.
Oh, don't mind us. Just talk, that's all.
Aw, but it makes me sad, guys.
Oh, don't mind us. Just
I
talk, that's all.
mind. But okay, I
So
guess.
can you surrender to a Darkspawn? Do they take prisoners?
I hear they eat you.
Kind of.
I heard they just got slaves. Take you underground and make you work.
It's
You ever
worse.
hear of any ex-slave? They just get sick and die, I bet.
You may be right. No surrender then.
No surrender. That's a good idea. Okay.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday?
Oh, there's
Said he was
more.
from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it, as if they didn't have anything better to do. I don't get it.
Aha, that is foreshadowing.
Got a cousin in the Templars. He said the mages in the tower
And there's still
out on
more.
Lake Callanhad are all turning into demons.
They always say that, though.
Well, this time it's true. They're not sure what to do about it yet, he says.
What's to do? I thought you killed them.
Easier said than done. Mages pick a fine time to go turning into demons, I tell you.
Are they gonna gossip about like
So Terran
all the
Loghain is
quests?
the new regent. Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
But I thought Darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
This is true.
So what makes them Grey Wardens so special?
I'm just stuck here now.
Anyone can pick up a sword.
If they want to kill them Darkspawn, I say let them, and make a bless.
Hi, don't mind me.
Neighbour fled the city yesterday. Thinking of going myself.
Where to? They'll stop those Darkspawn soon enough. Just you watch.
Well, I mean,
Neighbour fled the city
we'll
yesterday.
do our best. Okay, I think that's all the gossip. That was a lot of gossip, though. More than I anticipated. Okay, here, I'm gonna actually save here before I go through, just in case my game freaks out. I've never had issues with this particular door. For some reason, it is just the chantry door, but the loathering makes me paranoid. And long loading screens also make me a little paranoid. Come on. Come on. I know you can do it. I have nothing but absolute faith.
Well,
Aha!
look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Low gains, men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a woman by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen her?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
Yep, absolutely.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Let's talk about this before things get out of hand.
I doubt he would listen. He blindly follows his master's commands.
I am not the blind one. I served at Ostagar, where the Turn saved us from the Grey Warden's treachery. I serve him gladly. Enough talk. Take the Warden into custody. Kill the sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Ah, yes, killing sisters. That's gonna make you look better. Oh yeah, get him, chantry sister. Hold on. I'm losing health. I think... Am I still injured? No, I think I'm good. I'm just taking a lot of damage. Stop shooting. Please. It hurts. Alright, everyone else got with him.
We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
Everyone survived. The Grey Wardens didn't betray King Hayden. Logain did.
I was there. The Turn pulled us out of a trap.
The Turn left the king to die.
The Wardens led the king to his death. The Turn could do nothing.
I'm not gonna kill them. I don't think they deserve to die for being misled. Take a message.
What do you want to tell him?
Oh, now he straightens up. He'll have to do better than this.
I'll tell him right away. Now, thank you.
Yep, that's what I thought.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
I was happy to save your life. Well, doesn't that sound a little full of myself? I appreciate what you tried to do.
I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy.
Of course.
Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
Oh. I'm Elissa. A pleasure. We must be polite to all of our queens.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
I will need help. That's true. But also, why so eager?
The Maker told me to.
Welcome aboard.
Then you believe me? I knew the Maker had sent a true dream. A vision that by serving you, I serve his holy plan.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Look, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, I'm sorry, Barkspawn. I love you.
Indeed.
I really do. I don't really wanna go without Alistair yet. And like, I kind of enjoy him and Morgan arguing. Kind of spices it up. Denal, what you got for me, fam?
Trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
No, I am come here to create less trouble, actually. I am a trouble eraser. Sorry about the
They had
mess.
it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited.
That seems fair.
Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
Who were those men I fought exactly?
When Tiernan Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
Yeah, it is.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tiernan says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, he's reasonable.
What can I get you then?
Do you have any rooms?
Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Fair enough. Rumors.
There's knights from Redcliffe wandering the countryside, looking for the place where on dress day sacred ashes are said to lie. Can you believe that?
I sure
the
can.
urn holding her ashes is a myth, and yet these knights say they were sent to find it anyhow to heal Arl Eamon. I didn't even know he was ill.
He is
years
super
ago.
ill.
If so, then times are even darker for Ferelden than any of us thought. Anything else I can get you?
Any other rumors?
I hear that Tiernan Logain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astorgard. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out at Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. Anything else I can get you?
Well, that sounds like a great way of building a dedicated fighting force. Kidnapping!
I hear tell they held a funeral in Denerim for King Cousland. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable. Anything else I can get you?
Well, maybe that'll get fixed someday.
Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tiernan Logain at Astorgard. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost. Anything else I can get you?
Well, you're not ratting out the Grey Wardens, but you are a Logain fanboy. Good to know, good to know. I mean, that's fair enough.
With King Cousland dead, the throne falls to Queen Honora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Cousland's father, old King Merrick, would have approved. Anything else I can get you?
Just keep on going.
I heard from some travellers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all. A merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back. Anything else I can get you?
A wise decision indeed.
I hear news from Denerim that Tiernan Logain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. Anything else I can get you?
Anything else?
I hear the Dwarven King is passed on.
And he keeps going.
Old as he was probably poisoned or assassinated. That's how the dwarves normally go out, isn't it? Anything else I can get you?
More talking.
I've heard a lot of stories of bands of Darkspawn roaming
Where
the
does it
countryside
end?
far north of the Kokori wilds. They just seem to appear out of nowhere and disappear just as fast. Anything else I can get you?
Wow, I envy your bottomless font of information.
Something's going on at the Mage's Tower at Lake Callanhod. Nobody knows exactly what, though, and the Templars aren't saying. Exactly what we need, isn't it? Let's hope the Mages are just cooking up something to deal with the Darkspawn. Somebody should be, after all. Anything else I can get you?
The guys out front seem to think they're all turning into demons. I don't know, your read of that situation's a little optimistic.
There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to become rare to find. Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe.
Maybe they're all
More
dead.
likely they got tired of searching for something that can't be found and abandoned their search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is gonna do without any knights. Anything else I can get you?
Survive, because he has millions dead.
People are disappearing all over the country. Folks on the road say they are seeing wagons abandoned, belongings left in the middle of the road with no one to be seen anywhere. Remote farmholds are left empty. Horses left without riders. And no corpses to be found. The Darkspawn are taking them. There's no other explanation. Anything else I can get you?
Man, I am just... I don't even know how deep this rabbit hole goes.
Some folks aren't happy about Tern Loghain being named regent. There are rumors he had something to do with the king's death. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tern Loghain couldn't save the king from that inn, then nobody could. Anything else I can get you?
Whatever helps you sleep easier at night.
I hear from folks traveling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the Brazilian forest. Actual werewolves. They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk. Anything else I can get you?
Wow, crazy.
Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The blight, most likely. Poor sods. Anything else I can get you?
I've discovered a new minigame.
I'm hearing many tales of corpses clawing out of their graves. All over. Not just people either. Animals too. Just yesterday, a farmer told me about the kitten his daughter had buried behind his barn. Little thing came back to life and crawled up, mewling as loud as you please. His daughter was delighted, at least until it just about chewed her finger off. Strange days, I tell you.
Strange days indeed.
I've heard a rumor that the reason Queen Enora has never produced an heir is that she's barren. It's a curse from the Maker for bringing a commoner into the royal line. Until someone of royal blood is put on the throne, there will never be an heir. It seems the royal line of Calenod has been broken for good now. Anything else I can get you?
Yeah, just keep talking.
I heard a strange rumor the other day. King Cain was not really Merrick's son, you see. Merrick's real son is hidden in the bowels of Denerim's palace and has been since he was born. I suppose they feed him cakes all day to keep him content. Maybe he's simple. Or a mage. Merrick's real son, a mage. Can you imagine?
Preposterous.
Anything else I can get you?
Unimaginable.
Unless he sold the young Orlesian woman that married Arl Eamon. I hear tell she tried to poison her husband so she could marry his brother, Bantegan. Maker's honest truth. Anything else I can get you?
I think what we're supposed to draw from this is that this man is an incredible gossip.
It's said the North Road Inn serves a shepherd's pie containing actual shepherds. Seems the innkeeper has something against the flocks being brought too near his own fields. Anything else I can get you?
That's a funny way of reinterpreting shepherd's pie.
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
We've reached the bottom. Goodness, that took a long time.
What can I get you then?
Nothing.
Speed your way.
Nothing. I thought maybe you were a vendor. That's why I click, come back.
I hear you drove off those
As you
bandits.
say.
Goodness.
I hope they don't come back.
I thought that would never end. Oh, there's a skeleton in here, lady. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Hey, cook.
What's it now? With all these poor mouths to feed, I've no time to spare. Out you go!
FPG boy.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
Maybe never. Okay, Liliana? Can you?
Oh, thank goodness. This is what I wanted. This is why I wanted to get her. The boxes no longer foil me. Praise be. And then I see there's the guy with the exclamation point.
Blackstone Liaison. I feel like this is important.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do with you, sir?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
Wow. Why should I help?
Oh.
The Blackstone Irregulars fought alongside the King's army against Orlais. We've helped nobles defend their land and given our service to people in need for generations. Our current captain, Raelnor, is an honorable man who sees that we can do some good in Ferelden once more. He is so confident in our mission that he trusted the Grey Wardens would support us.
And how can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I guess I'll take a look. That's very not super specific exactly who you are and what we're doing, but it's stuff to do, and I am such a sucker for stuff to do.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
As long as it isn't like steal a cat, go disembowel a kitten.
Very well.
Let's see, what kind of things are you putting me up to? Scraping the barrel, my friend. There are a number of people who pledge to aid the Blackstone Irregulars in times of need, and those times are now. Here you will find 3 letters of conscription. Deliver them to the people listed below and return to the Irregulars for your payment. Hiccups, oh my goodness, please. Conscripts, Durnal Garrison Redcliffe, Pattergritch Lothering Veilguard Denerim, your friend Tauran. Okay. Sure. Why not? Dereliction of duty. My friend. What a cute way they have of referring to us. The Irregulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with deserters. Do this and you will be rewarded. These deserters took with them valuable supplies, crucial to the Irregulars' future as a supplier of martial services. Deal with these wastes of space as you see fit, and bring the supplies back as proof that the problem has been dealt with. We will ask no questions as to your methods or the final condition of the deserters. Use your own discretion. You will likely find them in the following locations: Samael, Lake Calenhad, Layson, Denerim, Tornus, Frostback Mountains. Your friend Tauran. Well, I may as well deal with it, so that way, you know, they get to live.
I can't just pack up my whole farmhold and flee. The army will save us, won't they?
If only there was such an army.
You know anyone in the north looking for a field hand?
There's gotta be some.
This will be our first night sleeping indoors since we fled our farm.
Aw, well, I hope it's cozy-ish.
I don't want any trouble. Please, don't hurt me.
I would never.
So Darkspawn killed the king. What are we supposed to do?
Go on with your lives.
There'll just be more bandits as soon as you leave.
Maybe.
I'm trying to listen to the bard's song. Can we speak when they're done?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm trying to listen to the bard's song. Can we
Well, at least you have a slightly different voice, even if it's the same line.
As if we needed more fighting here.
Yeah, look. I got attacked by those guys. You can't blame me for that one. Ooh.
Please, I must continue playing, else I earn no coin tonight.
Okay, carry on.
I just play what the innkeep asks. We need his coin to travel north.
Fair enough.
As if we needed more
Yeah,
fighting
I've
here.
heard that one a lot,
see how
man. You're
scared
not
everyone is?
original.
Please, we want to go home.
I want to go home. Truly, the most relatable sentiment of all. Hello, Barlin.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
You're out of food?
A whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
That guy. I know that guy. I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
You're welcome. What do you have? A large claw trap. Interesting. Imagine actually using traps. Mild lure. I guess I can just get these plans, right? Sword of the Dead Gods. Hold on a second. The Grey Warden stuff is probably better, but kind of an interesting title you have there.
That's tasty, but I prefer bows aesthetically over crossbows. And we can get Caddis for the doggo. Amulet of Accord. I mean, reduces hostility, but it also gives plus 10 fizz resistance. So, you know, you'd want it on someone who's getting hit anyways. But it's kind of counterintuitive to put it on a tank. I don't know how that would work. I'm not really gonna be using the dog, but I'm so tempted to get things for the dog just to indicate that I love him. Give me the recipes, just because I like having recipes and whatnot. Okay, hold on, Liliana, what do you have? I figured you had nothing. This is what I was saving things for. Studded leather armor. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to give you longbow. Fire arrow. Heck yes. Okay! We have figured it out. He is our archer.
Speak.
And hold on, Morgan. I think I have something for you. Actually. Okay. And then wait, hold on. I feel like I have accessories. I have accessories that I need to give to people. I think I need more willpower. And that's just kind of a ring. Just chilling.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Do you know of any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison?
I have dabbled in such things, have I?
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone.
Really?
I'd pay good coin for some simple poison.
Do I have a point
Something to
in
slow
there?
them beasties down or make them think twice.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock. Don't really know what you need.
A poisonous proposition. Hold on a second. Create a poison. 3 flasks of venom. I don't think. Oh. Toxin extract and blast. Do you have everything?
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see
needed
what's
to
stock?
make it? I need 3 flasks. And then some kind of toxin. Oh, this is a gift and it's cheap. Oh, this is another gift and it's cheap. I feel like maybe you don't actually have the poison part, whatever. Maybe I'll figure it out, maybe I won't. Look forward to the reveal, sir. Maybe you'll get what you want, maybe I'll leave. Please don't crash, game.
What's to be done? What can we do?
Just keep your head down, that's what. And your wits about you.
Oh, I don't remember that one. Maybe they found something new to talk about. But, okay, I think actually I am going to call it here for tonight. And I will resume eventually at some point. Alright, so thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day, good night. Toodles.